Hello and welcome back. It's great to be with you today. I am Daphne Smith here with Well Done Life, and I'm excited to spend the next few minutes with you. I think I might have kind of worked out this whole lighting situation. We'll see. In a few weeks when the time changes again, who knows? But for now, I think all is good, and I'm glad to spend this time with you. I always like to start with a shout out of gratitude. And today I want to give a shout out to someone I really honestly don't even know. But thanks to social media, I feel like I not only know her, at least a little bit, but I especially know her family. So her name is Katie, but she goes by Casey Stauffer, Stauffer. She's also known as the mom of Mila. Now, I don't know if you have seen any of Mila's videos. She's on YouTube. She has a twin sister, Emma, a couple of older brothers and an older sister. And I think, just to give props to the firstborn where and when it's due, I think it was the oldest sister's idea to do this. But let me tell you, Mila is a hoot. She has made me laugh. She has cracked me up. I've learned all kinds of facial expressions from her. I'm shook. And, like that, because a 3-year-old, that's a good role model for me. Anyway, just want to give a shout out of thanks to Katie or Casey Stauffer for sharing her family with us, for getting us to think about things in maybe a unique perspective. Yoga really is kind of high knees and faces. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, check out Mila's video on YouTube about going to the gym. It's hilarious. And that would be my granddog in the background. So he's going to have to wait just a minute because I want to spend some time with you. And I want to thank you for joining me here today. And I want to get right to the subject of how do you see yourself? And this is really kind of top of mind for me right now. February being the month of love, can you go in anywhere and not see something Valentine related, hearts and flowers and all that kind of stuff? And so how do you see yourself? How do I see myself? That really goes to how do we love ourselves? So yes, I'm talking about more than the external. When you look in the mirror, what's the first thing you notice? Is it that little chin hair you missed? Is it that wrinkle that just came to visit? Is it how is my eyeliner? If you step a little farther back, is it the proverbial, do these jeans make my butt look big? Is that how we are measuring ourselves and the way we see ourselves? Or is it more internal? And that's what I really want to focus on today, is how we see ourselves internally. Because I'm here to tell you, I promise, I know that the way we see ourselves internally is reflected externally. And it really can either attract people, it can be a light, or it can repel people. Because the way we see ourselves is the way we see other people. Let me give you an example. There's a scripture or a passage in my favorite book, and it asks or gives the command, love your neighbor as yourself. Not more than yourself, not less than yourself, but as yourself. So that's really where the root of this question, more so than Valentine's Day, that's where my inspiration came from, is how do I love myself in order for me to love my neighbors? So how do we know how we love ourselves? Well, let's start with this. Let's ask some simple questions. Do I give myself grace and kindness? Or do I constantly berate myself? And this comes in especially when I oops. And I say when I oops because I got news, y'all. We're all going to oops at some point in time. In fact, I'm kind of oopsing right now as my granddog is running into the table where I have this camera set up. Should have let him out first. Anyway, when I do mess up, Do I give myself grace? Do I treat myself with kindness? Or do I beat myself up verbally? How about, do I have hope? When I'm in a situation, do I have hope or have I already given up? I mean, let's face it, for me, I'm beyond the 50-yard line. Okay, I'll just be honest. And I know a lot of people who are actually even younger than I am, and they've given up. They've just, hey, why have hope? Or they've had a habit for several years, and they just don't even give themselves credit for being able to change. Well, I've got news, and you've heard me say it before. If you're breathing, it's for a reason. Here's another question. Do I allow myself to dream? Or have I resolved myself to living by default? When I treat myself with grace, when I treat myself with kindness, when I have hope and I have dreams, these are all ways that I can love myself. And when I see myself this way, I can see others that way as well. There's an expression that to everything, if you're a hammer, to everything looks like a nail. Sorry, I'm messing it up because I didn't write it down. But if you're a hammer, everything else looks like a nail. So in other words, if you're beating yourself up, you're going to beat up everybody and everything else, right? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I'm pretty sure you get me. But what I really want for you to take away today is this. Wherever you go, there you are. That's pretty deep. Take a moment, let it sit in. Go beyond the obvious. Wherever I go, there I am. And I can be there with love and compassion and kindness because that's how I see myself. Or I can be there with sadness and with guilt and with shame. And as another famous YouTube video out there says, I ain't got no time for that, especially because I am over the halfway yard line. And you know what? You don't either, because we don't know if we're going to have tomorrow. So just on the chance that maybe we don't, how about just for today? You treat yourself with grace. You love yourself when you look in that mirror. You look deep into your eyes and you see your soul and you see that little reflection of hope. And that's what you focus on instead of messed up eyeliner or a little wrinkle that's set in. I hope that this has added some value to you today. I hope that I have blessed you. I want to thank everybody who jumped on live. This is being loaded to YouTube. So all those people who watch, I want to thank you as well. But to my friend in the UK and friends in Ohio and locally and Louisiana, thank you for joining me this afternoon. I hope the time that you gave yourself as a break is going to be time that adds value to you so that you can go and add value to others. And I'm going to give you a little challenge before you hop off today. In the comments, I'm going to encourage you to claim one internal personal asset. What is one internal personal asset you have? And you would post it in the comments like this. I am strong. I am determined. I have hope. I have dreams. Whatever internal asset you want to claim, I encourage you to type it in the comments today. If you are watching this on YouTube, type it in those comments because I'm going to come right alongside you and I'm going to agree with you and I'm going to encourage you and I'm going to help you own it. I believe in you. And if you are breathing, that's for a reason, and you have internal assets. Recognize them, own them, claim them today, and today live a well-done life. Thank you for joining me, and be sure to check back. Next week, we're going to be kicking off a mastermind group. It actually starts in 2 weeks. Registration will be opening soon, so make sure that you're paying attention to social media It's going to be all over the place, but I'm going to offer a 6-week mastermind group on the deeper path. So before you leave, be sure you claim it. What's your internal asset? Let me know. I believe in you. Have a great day, and bye for now.